Much. Ayo, nice to meet you. Almighty Rufai, nice to be, right in your space. Thank you very much.
Anyway,
right. And Almighty Dr. Reuben is here. We were both on the first board of the Lagos State Security Trust Fund. I was one of the people that set it up, and that has been a model that is helping us to fully equip the Lagos State Police Command, including buying diesel, buying fuel, buying everything for them. At some point, I had to buy ammunition for them just to keep them safe. Vehicles, those runs into hundreds. That's a minimum I can do. Encourage them, but for them to do the policing, that's their role, right? And for as long as it's still a national, health agency with just a small dotted line with me, there's not a lot that I can do. I just need to say that we need to leave this idea around there was a big bust that happened. No. And one other thing, right? All of the people, and I'm saying this for the first time on national TV, all of the people that claim that they were either injured or they were affected in one form or the other, I, Babajide SANWO Olu, have reached out to them and I've supported, I've given them jobs, I've given them empowerment, I've given them things for them to start with. And that's why you don't see anybody during this campaign trail coming out to say that I was an EndSARS event, something, I lost something, and because I have taken it up, and I feel that is not a thing for the paper. That is something for me as a father, as a leader, to do for them and clear this hair around it. Don't forget, it was 2022 that we had COVID. I lost citizens. After that event of 2020, it was October, in December, we lost the highest number of fatality on COVID based on all of the things that happened. We lost 7-8 professors in 1 week. And so let's be big and see the bigger picture, right? And people have asked me, what are the things, that always bleeds your heart when you wake up? Is the fact that my young kids, my unicorns, my self-start young people do not do a role play for 1 second. Don't put things in your head that this is the only way and that's what has happened. No, just for 1 second, drop it and do a reflective mode and play it back. It wasn't a flash incident. It was an incident that has piled up for 3 weeks. For 3 weeks, and for whatever reason, I didn't have control. I don't control the police. I don't control. Wanted a longer time to explain because you've touched on very critical things. My role played, lessons learned. Absolutely. There's no leader that will, what is what, that will not do, a forensic analysis of what happened. But if you want to, for once, just drop it, right, and do a role play. Put yourself in my situation and, just watch and not listen to what I think I want to hear, but hear what truly actually happened and not just social media, In fact, the EndSARS had started almost 3 weeks before that incident of October 20, almost 3 weeks. So it had built up, in itself in various locations. People have come to some certain locations as a place where they can always aggregate on a daily basis. I was the first governor that went there to meet with them nationwide. It didn't start in Lagos, but when it got to, I was the first, right? Waters and all sorts. That's the price of leadership. I was the one that took the 4-4 or the 5-for-5 to Mr. President with pictures, with everything. I was the first that set up, right, a fund for people that were either had been molested by police to come forward and get restitution. Right, I was the first. I was the first that set up, a tribunal and a panel. In all of these things, I was the first. Move forward. The incident on that night happened. I was in my house with some cabinet members when it happened, so we didn't have an idea at all. In terms of the question they asked, who ordered the shooting and also, who ordered for a CPS not to listen to me when I went to Magodo the other day? So you can see who ordered that. We had election last Saturday. There were more military out there, than police. Who ordered? It's not in my remit. It's not in my space. But if we just drop it for 1 second and just do a role play, right?
Just as we all know, few days to the election, gubernatorial election, SANWO Olu is back to the streets after campaigning for Tinubu all around, after following Tinubu in all the places that he went to for his presidential campaign. And Tinubu has been illegally declared the winner of the presidential election, and it's time for gubernatorial election. SANWO OLU is back to the street, hawking for votes. SANWO OLU can come to your house as a Lagosian when you least expected it, just for you to vote him in. And he made he made a paradoxical statements today. One, he told CNN that nobody was injured at the EndSARS protest, nobody was killed. But his statement is paradoxical again today at the Arise TV, interview. He said he has met those who were injured at that Lekito Gate shooting. Sorry, it's not even just EndSARS. Lekito Gate shooting. He's met them. He's given some of them jobs. He's helped so many of them that he met. And not just that. He is calling Reuben Abati, Almighty Reuben Abati. Is he trying to play with us or what? He's calling OSENI Rufai, Almighty Rufai. What is SANWO OLU? What does he think what does he take us for? Does he think that we are kids or what? So he just want to play a humble man at this critic, oh my God. SANWO OLU should just stop all these things. He's making himself vulnerable. He's really bringing himself to a negative exposure of voters. Going there to call Reuben Abati Almighty Reuben, a governor of a state. Call him Almighty in what aspect? I don't get it. So people will rather hate what he's doing now than, they'll prefer him being himself, original self, than going here, he's the Almighty Rufai, Almighty Reuben Abati. That will not change the mind of voters. People that love him will vote for him. People that don't want to vote for him will not still vote for him. If he likes, let him go to every Lagosian's house and greet them, have a handshake and all of that. It's too late right now. He should just stop all this drama. That's my own suggestion to Babajide SANWO OLU.